Hi, I'm Annie Ward, and I wrote Beautiful Bad.
Hi, I'm Karen Hamilton, and I'm the author of The Perfect Girlfriend. A chilling, obsessive ride is how I describe it.
Oh, and mine's about a ride too. Mine is emotional roller coaster.
That's good, both right.
I know, I think. I know this one.
Okay, that's good.
So I would be Daenerys Targaryen, not just because she's like beautiful and powerful, but because I just want to be that self-confident for just like 2 days, because I've always been a little bit plagued by self-doubt. And if I were her, I would be sure that the slaves are going to turn against me and my dragons are going to eat me. And I would just love to be as assured as her for like an hour really even.
Cool. That's really cool.
and ride dragons around, like
Yeah, that's
fly.
really cool. Mine's a lot more tame in comparison. This is very different. I'd quite like to be Miss Marple. Because I just...
That
it's
is
so
very
different
different
to yours, isn't it? I just like the thought of sitting there and people not really noticing you, that you're putting all these clues together and then like coming up with all the answers. So I don't know. I just like the thought of... I'd like.
But you're sneaky.
Yeah, I'd like
You're
her
so
brain.
sneaky.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be boring on this one. It's not boring. It's just the author that I would pick would be Carolyn C., who was a bestseller and a respected critic in the 80s, only because she was my mentor when I was at UCLA, and she let me into her creative writing class, and she passed away a few years ago, and she gave me the best advice and was a great supporter. So I have to say I would have dinner with her if I could.
That's really nice.
Mm.
Yeah. I kind of went for one dead and one alive because I wasn't sure. So I was a bit greedy and picked two. The dead one was Agatha Christie because I would just love that. And the alive one is Alexander McCall Smith because I would ask him how he's managed to write so many books. I really want to know because he's just done so many. And also he's from Zimbabwe like me, so I'd be interested to hear about that too.
I'm going to show you what I'm reading right now, and it is really, really good. I'm not kidding. I got this 4 days ago, and
Really nice.
I've been trying to prepare for this visit, and I haven't been able to put her book down. But I'm also reading Peter Swanson's Before She Knew Him, because I've been on a very big Peter Swanson kick ever since.
Me too.
Yeah, ever since I read The Kind Worth Killing.
Oh, that was brilliant. Yes, I love that.
I know.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm reading Peter Swanson and Karen. And Karen.
Yeah. Thank you. Well, I'm really excited because I've just got your book today, and I'm going to, as soon as we get back, start reading it because I've heard amazing things about it. And I'm also reading The Dry by Jane Harper at the moment. And I really love it. It's so atmospheric and you can almost feel the drought. So I'm really enjoying it.
Do you want to go first on this one?
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? Because I think what I've learned actually is that every author has a different route. So I guess all I can say, what worked for me was a word count. So I set myself a word count every day. It was 1,000 words a day. And then I sort of tried to have a little competition with myself. So I'd up that. Then it had to be like 8,000 a week.
That's a good idea.
And for me, it just kind of spiraled from that because, even if 999 words aren't very good, you might get an idea from the 1,000th or whatever. So that's kind of what started me off, really.
My advice to authors would be to find someone, a friend, a family member, a lover, somebody who is interested in your work, even passionate. If they're passionate about it, that's even better, because sometimes when you're alone at the computer, it kind of feels like you're just screaming into the void. But if you have someone to discuss your story with, who'll read some pages and will actually talk about plot points, ideas, dialogue, I feel like that is a huge help, and all authors would benefit from having that person in their lives. So I don't know.
That's a really good idea because it
Maybe
is very up and it's really up and down, isn't it? So it's good to have. That's good advice. loads.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the ones that I would automatically, like, don't have to read a review or find out from anyone else what they thought of it would be Tana French, Gillian Flynn, Carolyn Kepnes, Peter Swanson. At this point, I would pick up that. But then there's loads of authors where they've only had one book, but I would definitely buy their next book. I mean, AJ Finn, I would just, that would be automatic.
Yeah, definitely. No, I mean, I'm pretty much a similar list, and I'm also...
Mary Kubica.
Yeah. She's got to make something. Sounds like I'm copying you now. It is true. I also like Wally Lamb and Kate Atkinson as well for me.